All right, welcome to my stream. Today I'm going to be finishing up with voice training on Udemy. So currently I'm on day 4. Days 1, 2, and 3 were on my other channel that I had to axe for reasons that I'm not going to explain. But anywho, I'm continuing with my stream here on this channel. So with that said, let's start. Voice. Oh wait, I already have notes on this, so I don't need to write it down. Oh crap, is it even recording the desktop audio? Crap. Let me try to fix this real quick. Okay, I hope this works.
So maybe you want to do the 2 seconds inhale, then the 8 seconds holding, and the 4 seconds of exhale. Should we do that now? Pause the video and unpause once you've done your breathing warm-up. Okay, was it like this? Okay, so after the breathing warm-up, you need to roll your shoulders because that's where an awful lot of tension lies. And tension is very bad for the speaking voice, as you'll learn as the course progresses. Roll your shoulders gently and then move your head around as well with some head rolls, but very, very gently. If you hear any cracking, you know you're doing it a bit too much. So just be very, very careful here and do more of it than I've just done, obviously, please. But finally, for this 3-part routine, I want you to lie on the floor. It may seem strange to do this after you've just been lying on a bed for many hours, but honestly, a hard floor is completely different from a comfy mattress. The idea here is to open up your throat, and it's best to do this on your back. You need to breathe in through your nose, not through your mouth, and smile as if you're really enjoying it. At the same time, align your teeth. You see, the resting position for our teeth is with the upper teeth in front of the lower teeth. Just feel it now while I'm talking. Am I right? That's right. So while you lie on the floor, still breathing in.
Say that again. What the heck? Huh? Why does it keep doing that? Alright, where am I? I am not going to lie on the floor right now.
If you're really enjoying it. At the same time, align your teeth. You see, the resting position for our teeth is with the upper teeth in front of the lower teeth. Just feel it now while I'm talking. Am I right? That's right. So while you're lying on the floor, still breathing in, I want you to slide your lower teeth forward until they're level with your upper teeth. Okay? Just keep them there. It shouldn't hurt. It's just a way of aligning and opening up the throat. Still keep relaxed. Now, there are many more warm-up exercises you could do, but you probably won't have time to do more than 3. These are 3 of my favorites. Number 2, the second part of today's training also starts with the letter W, and it's water. Yes, I want you to drink some water, please. A glass of water. Do it right now. It doesn't matter you've already got a cup of tea or coffee on the go. It's not the same as drinking water. When you're a professional voiceover and really take it seriously, you will drink a small glass of water every hour, whether you think you need it or not. It's very important to keep the vocal folds hydrated. A professional speaker should never ever feel thirsty. You see, by the time you're feeling thirsty, you're already dehydrated, and it takes some time to fully rehydrate. Some experts say about a day. If your urine is not clear in color, it's usually an indication that you are dehydrated. I know it may be a pain. You may need to urinate more often during the day, but it's well worth doing this. Don't go over the top, because drinking too much water is also bad for you. So the guide is to drink a small glass of water every hour. On the hour, if it helps to remind you, every time you hear the hourly news bulletin on the radio, it means another glass of water is needed. If you love your tea and coffee, that's okay. But what I'd suggest is no more than 6 or 7 cups per day, and drink some water before you treat yourself to a tea or coffee. By the way, if you want to buy bottled water, that's okay, but good old tap water in a reputable area should be fine. Avoid sparkling water with carbon dioxide. Gas isn't particularly good for the stomach. Now, there are some people who say, what's the point of drinking water? Because it goes down the stomach route, not down where the vocal folds are in the lungs, does it? Well, you're absolutely right, of course. But you see, all the tissues get hydrated from water input to the body, so it does make a big difference. If you do want to get water vapor to the speech department, you could always try using a steamer. I have one of these. They're pretty good. You put boil.
Ooh, okay. Thus, a steamer. That is this. I want to see. I don't want to see this bookmark, so. Moving on.
Boiling water in, maybe with a tiny, and I say tiny, crystal of menthol, and breathe in deeply. You shouldn't go into a formal talk or do a voice recording directly after steaming your throat, because you'll relax it a little too much and it won't perform as well, and you probably will cough as well for a bit. But experiment and see how you get on. Gargling is also good. We'll have more details on gargling techniques on another day. Okay, the third part of today's training still starts with a W, and it's wall. Wall? You see, it's very important for you to listen to your voice and listen to it carefully. In an ideal world, you'll have a professional radio or audio studio with a professional microphone that you would speak into and listen to your own voice up loud on good quality headphones, or you'd play stuff back on big hi-fi speakers. That way, you would speak and listen to every nuance of your voice. It'd be like putting your voice under the microscope, because you'll be amplifying the good things and the bad things. You would be listening very carefully to sibilants, plosives, slurring of words, any other negatives, as well as feeling pretty good that some parts of your voice actually do sound good. Now, I know that most of you on the course probably won't have access to this, Although if you have a decent pair of headphones, the type that go over the ears, try plugging them into your smartphone while speaking into the microphone. However, your smartphone microphone isn't that brilliant quality and you won't get much volume. So this is where the wall comes in. Go into a dead environment such as a bedroom or a room with any soft drapes and furnishings in. You don't want any reflections. Simply face the wall. If you have a corner, try that if you like. It may seem ridiculous doing this, as if you were at school in the naughty corner, but try speaking in front of a wall and your voice will get reflected back, and it will sound totally different to the way you normally hear it in your head. And it will sound different from when you record it and play it back as well. It's all part of you understanding your voice in its entirety. So you will get a better picture for the good and the bad parts of its colour, the capabilities, its potential. A wall in an acoustically dead room can help. Don't use a bathroom or, a small room that gives loads of echo, as this won't give you the detailed feedback you need to hear, although it's quite fun to do. So go now, find a wall and talk into it, and then start the video again when you're ready. The final part of today's training is another W. It's the word wonderment. So what's all this about, you may be thinking? Well,
Wonderment.
Language really comes alive when you put some colour into your speech. And when your language comes alive, people really do listen to you. Why?
Language.
It all goes back to when we were children, listening to older people such as parents or grandparents reading us stories when we were little kids. If we all spoke in boring monotone, the world will be a very dull place. You need to put emphasis on certain words. You need to be varied in your volume, as we've already learnt. Also, varied in pitch. And also certain words, as I call them, wonderment words. These are descriptive words, usually ones that give a sense of wonder to the world, where it's perfectly acceptable to give them a bit of a magical glow, a bit of stardust. Just the word wonderment itself can be said in a magical way with the eyes open. Try it now.
Wonderment.
Okay, here's a list of words. I want you to truly act. Make it sound as if you're describing these words with the noise that you're making. Think of something that these words are describing in your head when you say them. That always helps. The proper name for what we're doing is describing onomatopoeic words. Certainly there are onomatopoeic words which have no wonderment whatsoever, like bang, crash, splat. But first of all, just read these words.
Oops.
Describing these words with the noise that you're making. Think of something that these words are describing in.
No, I don't want to go to. No, I don't want to go to the bookmark. I want. God damn it. Okay. Well.
Make it sound as if you're describing. Describing onomatopoeic words.
Let me write that down. Onomatopoeic words. These are, for example.
Certainly there are onomatopoeic words which have no wonderment whatsoever, like bang, crash, splat. But first of all, just read these words, and if you've got your recording device nearby, record them and play them back. Okay? Pause the video, see how you get on reading these words.
Adorable. Alive. Bang! Bash. Bark. Ball. Beautiful. Belch. Blurt. Brilliant. Bonk. Boom. Burp. Crackle. Chatter. Chomp. Clash. Clatter or clatter. Click. Crackle. Crash. Man, how many words are there? God damn, I'm not gonna go through all of these. Crunch. 2x speed. Got that drip, elegant, fizz, flick, flip, gigantic, giggle, glamorous, groan, gushing, handsome, hiss, magnificent, meow, moan, ooze, pop, powerful, rattle, roosh, screech, sizzle, sparkling, snap, snarl, swoosh, torrent, trickle. I mean, is there like a, can I download this? Or do I have to like write them all down? Goddamn. Okay, moving on, please.
Welcome back. Well, I'm now going to read all those words myself. If you did okay on this section, you're welcome to wind through me doing this, but here we go anyway. Note that I don't often just say these types of words, but I almost visually describe some of them. It helps me say them more effectively by moving my arms and contorting my face. So if this helps you too, please try it. Just lose your inhibitions. Okay? Here we go. Adorable. Alive. Bang. Bash. Bark. Ball. Beautiful. Belch. Blurt. Brilliant. Bonk. Boom. Burp. Cackle. Chatter. Chomp. Clash. Clatter. Click. Crackle. Crash. Crunch. Drip. Elegant. Fizz. Flick. Flip. Gigantic. Giggle. Glamorous. Groan. Gushing. Handsome. Hiss. Hum. Magnificent. Meow. Moan. Ooze. Pop. Powerful. Rattle. Rush. Screech. Sizzle. Sparkling. Snap. Snarl. Striding. Swoosh. Torrent. Trickle. Vast. Whack. Whir. Whisper. Yelp. Zoom. And finally, let's put some of those words into a couple of sentences. Let's pretend you're talking to somebody, and the way that you can really capture the imagination of the other person is to color your speech. Make it come alive with interesting nuances like this. So pause the video again, have a go at these sentences. Lose your inhibitions and pretend to be, I don't know, a Stephen Fry type character if you like. You're not going to speak like this all the time in real life, unless you really are a theatrical dandy, but you're just exploring your voice's boundaries and pushing the envelope out. So pause the video and say these sentences, please.
What a magnificent day to stride out to that gushing waterfall in all of its brilliance. The screech of brakes, the hoot of horns, the adorable urban sounds of a city that is alive. All right, cool.
Okay, here we go with how I'd say it.
What a magnificent day to stride out to that gushing waterfall in all its brilliance. The screech of brakes, the hoot of horns, the adorable urban sounds of a city that is alive.
That's all for today. I'm very much looking forward to seeing you tomorrow.
All right, let's look at the Q&A for the current lecture. In our first question, we have a disabled student who asks, "Hi, I'm disabled and love your content so far, but for the resting position and lying down on the floor is hard for me and could be very time consuming. Are there any alternates?" And there's no replies. I think this is a very legitimate question that the author should have addressed for someone who legitimately needs it because he's disabled. But let's move on. I don't think any of these got any replies. So this person asks, "Is there a PDF guide with all the exercises?" Yeah, that would be nice. Would be nice. Then lastly, we have someone named Molly who is also asking for PDFs. "Oh, I cannot find the PDFs you mentioned. I would like to use them. Very helpful course." That's unfortunate. Let's see. Okay, so we're on day 4. Or, yeah, it's day 4. And obviously, there's no resources. Yeah, those aren't it. And it only includes resources for days 1 and 2. What is this again? I forget. Okay, this is pretty much the same thing as the day 1. It probably is day 1 sheet. Let's see. Yeah, it's the same exact thing. And I think this one leads to an external website. Yeah, where he'll probably offer you the full program, which isn't featured here on Udemy, which probably would include those PDFs that he mentioned. Cool. All right. I think I am good for this lesson. With that said, I'm gonna close down the stream, and I will probably open up another one in a bit to work on all the other things that I've listed on the streaming panel. I forget what I titled it actually, so let me check that. Let me pause this. So today we did some voice training, and I'm thinking I should work on this because I haven't started this one yet. So I need to work on this, another Udemy course, but this time on learning how to use Adobe After Effects. And then I might do a bit of meditation with the Headspace app afterwards. So I think I'm gonna try to do that. Well, it's 6:30 now. I need to find some dinner, and then once I come back, probably I'll do these two. That's it. Thanks for watching. I will see you in a bit.